What are we doing, Jeff?
Mate, we are on our way to pick up a new project car. Of all things, as if we needed one.
We think it's a new project, it might not be.
I was at work the other night, and one of the fellas I work with has offered me a vehicle for $3.99. Said, hey, you know, something that you want to play with, and Kurt hasn't seen it. You know basically not much about it.
No, I know it's pretty much none of my favourite things.
But yeah, we're gonna go now. I'm gonna go pick it up. I've more or less said to Kurt, hey, jump in the car, we're gonna go pick up this thing, and we'll work it out as we go along. But yeah, we'll be there in a sec and we'll give us a squeeze. What do you reckon? I promised you something special, didn't I?
That you did.
Other than literally testing that the windscreen washers still work.
Which I almost promised wouldn't work, and they did.
But they did. We did that just so I could see, and we pulled it around the corner from old mate's house. It runs rough. I think it's probably got a sensor issue of some description, maybe like a idle control or TPS, or maybe like a coolant temp sensor. He says he's had the crank angle sensor replaced, but she is one of the General's finest.
I wouldn't go that far.
Have a look. It's she's been sitting a while. He got the shits on with it and he's parked it up. Let's have a gaze. Look at that. Boy, does it get any better?
My least favourite Commodore engine.
Probably. But I sort of said to you, man, we can pick this thing up for $3.99, which we did. He was very grateful for us for taking it off his hands. A little bit too enthusiastic maybe, what do you reckon?
Yeah, you don't get anything for free these days, so.
But, I mean, what are we going to do with it? It's like we've had a bit of a chat before picking it up. I kind of gave you a rough overview of what it was, but it's like, do we put an L67 top end on it? Maybe we could fabricate a turbo kit. Maybe we could do
shit,
a V8.
We talked about putting a 5 litre in it.
I was saying maybe we could do a V8 swap. There's a lot of different stuff that we can do, but it's just something to help, I don't know, something a little bit different. Like, we've been doing the VH in your car for a while, and it's just something to change the flavour a little bit, and do something a little bit different. This is something that we won't have much money tied up in, so we won't have a huge emotional attachment to it, so we could maybe afford to push the envelope a little bit further with it. But yeah, that was kind of the idea. What do you guys reckon we should do with it? Put something in the comments, let us know what you reckon. But for now, I guess what we do, man, is we'll get it home. Hopefully it makes it home. We'll get it home, give it a good clean up. We'll get it on the lift, inspect what we can inspect, make sure she's all roadworthy and running right, and then we'll make a plan from there, eh?
I reckon that'll be the go. You ready to drive this thing or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
It all works, look. Electric windows, she got cruise control. Bet you the aircon works too. What's the bet? I shouldn't be doing this on the drive home when I know that there's probably something wrong with it. So first impressions, she's definitely a bit of a barn find. It's got a sagging roof lining, it's got dents, clear coat, has left the chat in a few spots. The thing is housing probably a quarter of the state's spider population, and it needs a good clean. Oh goodness, that's but I mean, it's running. It's got a bit of a miss. I think it's sensor related. The check engine light is clearly on. Yeah, for the most part, I think we've got a solid base to work with. So as I mentioned before, we'll get it home, get it on the lift, and see what we're doing with it. I'm not sure if we will keep the V6. We have considered putting a V8 in it, and we've got basically a whole parts bin worth of 5 litre gear that we can put in this thing. You know, maybe get a marketplace nitrous kit and just fucking send it. But I don't know, we'll see. This VY model, you can flash these computers pretty easily. You don't have to, it's not like the older ones where you've got to, you know, like write a memcal and burn a chip and all that sort of stuff. You can just connect these things to the laptop and flash a tune in. So maybe there is some potential for the old 3.8. I don't know, but well, let's just get this thing home, eh? Man, I cannot wait to give this thing a deep clean. It's gonna be so satisfying. So much dirt and grime. Boy, I'm gonna get the foam on this. I'm gonna get the Bissell out. I'm gonna wet clean the car. I'm gonna remove the seats. I'm gonna remove the center console. She's gonna be shining like a diamond in a goat's ass. Mate, ran like a top.
I'm sure it did.
It was, man, you forget, driving these, I know they're not our thing. These Ecotech, they are 100% not our thing. But they are smooth automobiles. They are a perfect day.
Actually, I had a VS Series 2 Calais that was Panther with a roof in it, and I regret selling that one, but that did have a V6 in it, and it was definitely nice.
They're nice to drive.
Nicer to drive than all the 5 litre ones. That doesn't mean I think it's cool.
Well, man, she is absolute filth. So what I might do is pull her back out of the shed and give her a bit of a bath, I reckon. I'm looking forward to giving this like a real deep clean. I think she's going to be super satisfying.
Like one of those clips you get caught watching on the book where it's just satisfying and good.
Yep, like even pull the seats out, shampoo the carpets, like get it livable, you know?
There's a heap of spiders you need.
I did say I think a quarter of the state's spider population is probably in it. And there you go. Put her back to bed, the old girl, and as you can see, you got the battery charger there, because that battery, after been sitting a while, she's not too keen on the idea, but there you go. Does it look any better for it? Not really, but certainly doesn't look any worse. That's it. That's a little introduction to the free car we were given. I say, not too sure what we're going to do with it yet. We floated with the idea, like I say, L67 top end maybe put a turbo on the Ecotec. We also floated the idea of doing a parts bin 5 litre conversion, because we do have a fair bit of 5 litre gear. We also thought about maybe an RB or a 2J, but the idea of this is to do it for very little outlay, and we have no RB or 2J gear, so that would sort of make this an expensive build. So let us know what you think. In the next episode, we'll probably just get it up on the lift and check it all out, because the rego has expired on this thing, does need an inspection, so we're gonna have to go through it from front to back, get some plates on it, and we can start driving it around while we collect some parts and go on to the next stage. But yeah, I'm gonna do a deep clean on the interior, which I'm not gonna film. Might touch on it in the next episode, but that'll be about it. Hope you enjoyed it. Something a little bit different, something to break it up between the VH and the VR. You know, this is a fresh little bit of blood, and something that's not a 5 litre, something that's a little bit different. So make sure, if you're new to the channel, welcome, hit the subscribe button for us, give us a thumbs up, and drop us a comment with what you think we should do with it. Until the next one, we'll catch you around. Cheers.